Ah, don't fall! Oh my god, don't fall! That filled me right up. It's been actually quite an inspiring day.
It has been.
It just has that kind of magic in the air. Hello from Helsinki!
Hey, hey!
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
I always feel so informal saying hey to people. That's how you say
Me
hello
too.
here. I'm like, hey.
Hey.
Feels very familiar.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how you say hello in the formal way here. So hey, we have the most amazing day planned here today with some very exciting things and surprises actually later.
Yeah.
We're gonna get started at this building behind us. This is the Design Museum, and Finland and design go together like coffee and cream. Yeah.
Okay, that too.
So we're so excited to bring you around Helsinki today, and we're gonna get started with the Design Museum. I think I found the perfect chair for video editing. You can just imagine the circumstances of somebody coming up with this design. They were like, I'm so tired of sitting up. I just want to lie down, but I have more work to do. Well, I feel very inspired now.
I'm so inspired.
Yeah, that filled me right up.
Yeah, a few people told us about that place, and it was definitely worth the recommendation.
So glad we went. Just also to get an overview of the sort of aesthetic and throughout history, all of the things that you recognize, like the tulip chair, the ball chair, the scissors, Angry Birds, but you might not realize are actually Finnish design.
Definitely.
So glad we went there.
For sure.
And something that I realized visiting that I didn't before, I don't know if you saw this, but the actual building that the Design Museum is in now used to be a school with a very, very famous former pupil. Her name is Tove Jansson, and she is the creator of the Moomins.
I love the Moomins.
Yeah. If you've never heard of the Moomins, if you visit Finland, you will 100% find them and start to recognize them. They're everywhere. And more on that soon, because we are now headed to the Moomin Cafe. Inside the Moomin Cafe now, if you can't tell, with all of the little Moomin characters, definitely the most beloved group of characters in all of Finland. You'll see Moomin everywhere here. And I love that at this cafe, if you order a latte, you can get your favorite Moomin character right on the top. In Finland, you really will see everything Moomin. Moomin food at the grocery store, cups, plates, clothes, bags, like everything is Moomin, but it all really comes back to books. There's movies and TV, but we actually own this book, and we just instantly fell in love with like the colors, and the whole world that she created is so beloved, and the stories, like just look at that. You can see why it's so popular.
Alright, well we're all caffeinated now, and we stepped out of the Moomin universe.
The Moominiverse.
The Moominiverse.
And that ties in rather perfectly because we are now headed to another place where books are extremely important. The most talked about probably library in the whole world right now. Wow, we've just walked up to the basically brand new
The new Central Library.
Central Library in Helsinki, and it's unbelievable. The roof just extends and extends and extends. I wish I were an engineer and I could understand how that works.
Yeah.
But it just is amazing.
I just love the wood siding and the way it curves around.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of press around the world.
Yeah.
I can understand why.
Definitely. Don't you love this new kind of style of library where it seems almost less about the books and just more of a fun place to hang out.
Yeah, I think it's more about just the community gathering space. Like there's a little cafe and there's all these different zones for people to just hang out.
Yeah, I love that.
They might read a book or they might not.
Yeah.
Turns out every surface in this library is fair game for kids to roll down or slide down. So if you have a very energetic kid, good place.
Very good place.
If you need a quiet place to work on your thesis, not so good.
Don't go to the library.
Not so good. There was a massive design competition for this library, and I can see why they picked this design. Just the openness was really nice. I find it very inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been actually quite an inspiring day
It has
so
been,
far,
yeah.
now that I think about it.
Design and movement,
Yeah.
now a library.
I love a full circle moment, and we just found ball chairs that we saw at the design museum this morning, which we know are Finnish. And there's kids like just sitting in there flipping through books, and I think it's especially nice to have chairs like that in a big open space like this because it feels like you have your own private little cocoon to kind of escape to with your book.
I feel like there's a lot of full circle happening today.
Yeah.
Between these and the design museum and
Yeah.
Tove and the Moomin Cafe.
Moomin.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of Moomin books here, I'll tell you that. I don't know what the budget was on this library, but it must have been quite high because, I mean, they've got whole sections devoted to video games. You can do like VR in separate little soundproof booths. There's whole tables full of sewing machines. You can do vinyl printing. You can print large illustrations and you can see people drawing on their computers.
3D printers.
Yeah, they've got 4 3D printers just working away in front of some sort of technology lab. Whatever you can think of, you can do here. You can kind of achieve here. And it's amazing to just see so much creativity around. And it's such a great resource if you are in Helsinki.
Well, we weren't able to find any quiet at the library. So we've had to seek out a place where we can actually find some peace and quiet.
A place you have to be quiet.
Yeah, it's actually the rules and regulations. And it's called the Kamppi Chapel, or the Chapel of Silence. So let's go find some peace.
Of the Chapel of Silence, and obviously we couldn't talk inside because you have to be silent.
Very silent.
And it's really interesting inside because we're right in the city center, so you know, the bustling center of Helsinki. It's pretty loud, and then you walk through the doors and it's just quiet, like nothing.
I actually have a permanent ringing in my ear and I could hear it like crazy in there.
That's not a good thing.
Not a good thing,
no. But it's really interesting because it's run by the Lutheran congregations of Helsinki as well as the Department of Health Services. And so it's a place where people can go to be quiet, and also they have staff there who you can just go to talk to and have an anonymous chat if you need to talk to someone.
And they have Bibles in every single language, it seems.
Yeah, but in terms of the building itself, I think it's much cooler from the outside actually. Just the shape of it is really, really interesting, and it's made of 3 different kinds of wood. So the inside is cool, but I like it better from the outside.
Definitely stands out in Helsinki.
Yeah, and it's free. It's a neat place to visit. Right near the Chapel of Silence, I can still see it there, is Amos Rex, which is an art gallery. But you don't have to go inside the art gallery to see the coolest part. Just us here. Look at this. It's like on a submarine. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally does.
Like up periscope kind of thing.
Yeah.
And again, there's kids loving like sliding and rolling all over.
Oh yeah.
Ah, don't fall! Oh my god, don't fall. Oh dear god. now that we finished playing on the roof of the building,
Yeah.
we figured it was time to come inside and actually go to the museum. I love this neon sign.
Me too.
So, and I didn't realize that this museum actually only opened about a year ago, so it's quite new, but the building is from 1936, and so they have like original features, the door handles and the lights, and it's really cool because this is a modern art gallery, and I love that it's underneath a building from the 30s.
The contrast is so nice.
Really neat under here, and I'm actually really glad that we saw the roof first because you can feel how it mirrors it underneath the ground, and the texture and everything, and then you can look up and see where the light comes in the ceilings and those kind of up periscope looking things that we saw. And the exhibition that they have on right now is all the work of one man, a Finnish painter named Birger Karlstad, and it's called The Golden Cat, which was a cafe that opened in Helsinki in 1929. And when you first walk in, they've redone the cafe, which is really cool considering the building upstairs is from the 30s. So it's just a nice way of tying together the old and new in this one building.
All of this inspiration is working up a hunger for me. Is it working up a hunger for you?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a side effect.
I think we'd better go get some food in our bellies to re-energize.
Okay.
All right.
We've made our way down to the part of Helsinki called Katajanokka, and we're going to a restaurant called NACA. It's right on the waterfront, and this is a really special place because of how they source the ingredients. They know everybody in the supplier chain, and the chef here has been named the best chef in Finland, and they source all of their ingredients from the forests of Lapland, which is really exciting because we've been up there now in the forest of Lapland, and also from different small farms all across Finland. So I think we're in for quite a special kind of meal.
I agree.
In Finland. Yeah. So we're doing the tasting menu, and the first course has just arrived. This is moose made with a warm smoked Baltic herring. This is also Baltic herring, but it's the fillet and it's been charred. This is the roe Baltic herring, pickled beet and mustard seed, and this is a grilled potato flatbread. Course number 2 is emmer wheat, cooked in a style somewhere between porridge and risotto, with pan-fried forest mushrooms from forests all over Finland, and goat Gruyere cheese with sunflower sprouts. The third course is lightly smoked wild duck breast, served with gooseberries. It looks just beautiful the way they plated it. The fourth course is blueberry sorbet, blueberry of course, such an amazing flavor in Finland. There are lots of wild blueberries. And there's a touch of Finnish spirits in here as well. And it's served in a traditional kuksa. If you remember our videos up in northern Finland, in Lapland, then you'll recognize these wooden mugs. And it's quickly becoming blueberry soup, so I think I better try some. This amazing meal, of course, has to have just an amazing finale. And I wish you could smell this dessert. It looks like a lunar eclipse when I look at it. But it's made with apples, which are in season right now, and sweet vernal grasses. And I didn't know what that was. So I asked, I give you sweet vernal grass. Oh, and it smells like amaretto or something. Never smelled something like this in nature. And this is picked from right near here, right around Helsinki. So that is in with the apple and the parfait. And then the oil, the green oil around the outside, is made with the leaves of black currants. And on top is salted caramel. Amazing. We were back at our Airbnb. That meal was just so fantastic. I loved the dessert, especially, as you saw.
Oh.
And we were just sitting here talking about how everywhere we went today felt really inspiring.
So inspiring.
Everything we saw and we did and we ate was just full of inspiration.
Definitely a theme of inspiration.
Yeah,
today.
absolutely. Like, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And it continues here in our Airbnb because
That's true.
we've been staying at this place that's in the design district. And I feel like if I were gonna live in Helsinki, this is kind of my dream home.
I feel like we should do a tour.
Would you say? Yeah, okay, I'll take the camera and I'll just quickly show you guys around. You walk in the front door, and this building is over 100 years old, so it has all these nice architectural details. Hello. I'm gonna show them the bathroom first because I love this. Love the subway tile. The rainfall shower has been so nice. Huge cabinet to put all of our things. And these floors, these are actually heated, which is quite luxurious feeling. And then Mark is loving the office. It's just nice to have a designated workspace again.
Yeah.
Mark, I'm noticing.
That's right.
Okay, this is Finnish candy. And I can't help but notice that it's right beside your workspace.
That's right. What do you think gets me through all these late nights?
Little editing fuel.
That's right.
Anyway, and then if we come back in here, this is where we were sitting before. There's this lounge, and then just all these cozy touches, like antique furniture, and then, oh, this is such a comfy bed. I don't know if you can tell how tall these ceilings are, but I absolutely love it. And then I want to show you, back out here is probably my favorite space. I've been inspired to cook in here, which is nice because when we're traveling so much, I miss cooking. I absolutely have loved staying here. I will link this Airbnb in the description box, as well as all the other places that we visited today. If you're in Helsinki, just, I don't know, we've just had the best day. So
Just go around and be inspired.
Yeah, really.
It's not hard here.
Feeling the creative juju, whatever you call it. Anyway, I hope that you guys feel it too. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe for lots more travel adventures. And we'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.